Today's reading is 1 Samuel 15 through 17. The story of David and Goliath stands out as one of the most familiar stories of David's life. It echoes throughout popular culture, sports fields and books, and even in everyday talk. You don't need to step into a Sunday school classroom to know it by heart. Goliath towered over the battlefield, a giant at least 9 feet 6 inches tall. His armor alone weighed 125 pounds, and the iron head of his spear tipped the scales at 15 or 16 pounds. He was a fearsome sight. When he strode into the valley, Israel's army scattered in terror. For 40 days he taunted them, bellowing, "I defy the armies of Israel this day. Give me a man that we may fight together." Saul and his soldiers trembled before the Philistine. No one dared to step forward. David, the youngest son of Jesse, watched after his father's flock. He wasn't the kind of young man to turn heads with his strength or stature. So when Samuel came to Jesse's house to anoint a king, David's older, more impressive brothers stood ready, yet God chose the shepherd boy, David. Samuel poured the horn of oil over him, and the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from that day forward. Later, Jesse sent David to check on his 3 brothers serving with Saul against the Philistines. As he neared the camp, he saw the men fleeing Goliath's shadow, and he heard the giant's mocking words ringing out. David brushed off his brother Eliab's scorn and Saul's doubts about facing a seasoned warrior and a giant. He stepped into the valley with 5 smooth stones in his pouch to meet the giant. And we often hear this story spun a certain way. Preachers say, "David stands for you and me. Face your giants." I've even said it myself, but let's pause and look a little closer. We're definitely in this story, but we're not David. We're Israel, cowering in the tents. We're the brothers grumbling excuses. We're Saul masking fear with reason. That's us. Sin looms like Goliath, a battle-hardened giant claiming countless lives, its blade stained with the blood of the fallen. We couldn't fight sin ourselves no more than Israel could face the giant. Therefore, David doesn't picture you and me, but he points us to his greater son, Jesus Christ. David doesn't picture you and me. He points to his greater son, Jesus Christ. Jesus stepped into the valley of sin and death, disarming the giant that held us captive. Through Christ, the Son of David, the victory is won. We don't slay the foe. Christ does. We can now leave our hiding places and run to him, not in fear, but triumph.